Take 6. This will probably be the last time I try to do this. So you've just learned about the formation of Germany as a nation, a nationalist nation. And you probably know that the EMS telegram plays a part in that. You probably also know that the Spanish candidacy fits in there somehow. But what you might not know is how they all fit together. If you do, we're super proud of you. Great, you've got it. But if you don't understand it or you're not sure, let me explain it to you really simply. I hope. So, at this point, before the Franco-Prussian War, before the EMS telegram, before the Spanish candidacy, Germany is almost the nation you know. At the time, it is Prussia, but it is about to become Germany, which of course is nationalist because it is a nation for German people. It's not called, they're not called Germans because they live in Germany. It's called Germany because it's full of Germans. Their de facto leader, even though he's not the Kaiser or king of Prussia, is a guy by the name of Otto von Bismarck, who is very nationalist. Otto von Bismarck has two real problems here. Number one is France. The Prussians and the French, or / Austrians and the French / Germans and the French never really get along. He has to figure out what to do about Napoleon III, who is his main rival on the continent. The other thing he has to figure out is how to get the southern states of the German Confederation to join with Prussia officially so that he can form this new nation of Germany. He will resolve all this with the Franco-Prussian War, but that starts with the Spanish candidacy. Spain has deposed their leader at the time, Queen Isabella, and their parliament, or Cortes, if you want to hear my terrible Spanish accent, are looking for a new legitimate monarch. Of course, they want a legitimate monarch because Spain is very conservative, and one of the goals of any conservative movement at this time is to support legitimate royal families. Otto von Bismarck offers up the nephew of the current Kaiser in Prussia. He offers up the nephew, a Hohenzollern, so he's a legitimate monarch, as the leader of Spain. The Spanish are interested, however, Otto von Bismarck does not want the French to find out about this because the French do not want to have a Hohenzollern on their western border and now also a Hohenzollern on their eastern border, or vice versa. They don't want to be flanked by their enemy, the Prussian royal family. The French find out, they're very upset. We can talk about why they're upset maybe, but we don't really need to. It just suffices for you to know they're mad about it. So what they're going to do is they're going to confront the Kaiser and demand that he does not support this. The Kaiser of Prussia, almost said Germany, they're not Germany yet, the Kaiser of Prussia takes great offense to this. And he lets it publicly be known that he no longer wants to meet with that ambassador directly. He will meet through middlemen, but he no longer wants to meet with that ambassador. He finds that ambassador to be rude because of the way he was addressed. He's very offended. Otto von Bismarck understands this, but Otto von Bismarck wants to kind of force a war with France somehow, and this presents him the perfect opportunity. The reason he wants to start a war with France is not necessarily he wants to defeat the French, it's that he knows something, which is the southern states that have not yet joined with Prussia will join with Prussia in the face of a common enemy for the sake of nationalism. So he knows if he can somehow trick the French into declaring war on him, then he can A, defeat the French, and B, also get these southern states to join with him. The way he does this is with the EMS telegram. So let's go back to the Kaiser. The Kaiser's mad. He says he doesn't want to directly meet with this ambassador. Otto von Bismarck says that's great. He gets the EMS telegram ready. But what he does is he rewords it to make it seem as though the Kaiser of Prussia now doesn't want to meet with any French ambassadors ever. This is a big deal because when you don't want to meet with an ambassador, it means you are preparing for war. And furthermore, he gets this published in French newspapers on July 14th. July 14th being, of course, Bastille Day in France. So a nationalistic France under Napoleon III getting this message that there might be a war between these two nations on their Independence Day causes France to act very quickly. They declare war on Prussia. But Prussia has already set the chessboard the way they want it. Because now the southern states are going to join with the Prussian forces, directly. France is going to be left without any allies because of the way that Otto von Bismarck has set things up. We won't really talk about what he's done in Italy or anywhere else. You can check the PowerPoint for that. But it's suffice it to say, Otto von Bismarck has tricked the French nation into declaring war on him, a war that he knows they cannot win. The Prussians have excellent railroads, they have excellent new industrial era artillery, and of course they have the Prussian soldiers, which they've always had. And with these three things, they are able to very decisively defeat the French, force the resignation of Napoleon III, and force the signing of the Treaty of Frankfurt in the Hall of Mirrors in Versailles, showing complete dominance over the French nation and officially making the nation of Germany a real thing. I hope this clears some things up. I tried to keep it under 5 minutes, and I did not do that. However, the other takes I went for like 12 minutes, and I was rambling, and I was talking about how the socialists responded, and we're not going to do that. If you have any other questions, you can ask them through Google Classroom or email or whatever. But for now, that is essentially the EMS telegram and the formation of Germany. I'll see you next time I feel like I need to make one of